Hello, I'm WBZ TV meteorologist Barry Burbank, and I have your forecast for today and the next several days, perhaps taking us almost right through the rest of this year of 2017. We'll have that in just a few minutes. Meantime, let's talk about the big story of the weekend, and first things first, and that's the slippery conditions of today. And it's all about the ice, and untreated surfaces are very slippery this morning and into the afternoon farther northwest of Boston, but gradually conditions will be improving from southeast to northwest during the afternoon, but it's going to take a long time to scour out the cold air, which will be fully entrenched across north-central Massachusetts. We'll have a day of no weather woes tomorrow in terms of anything happening. It'll be sun and clouds mixed around. But then the snow is back on Christmas morning. A few to as much as several inches may fall west, southwest, and northwest of the I-95 corridor on Christmas morning. We'll show you that map in just a little bit. But today it's all about the glazing situation which happened overnight and still exists around the region this morning. And in addition, we have heavier rain starting to move in. It's not going to be super heavy-duty rain, but it's going to be heavier than it was last night when it was just misty. And therefore, there's going to be the greatest risk of the most ice buildup is going to be right in here from north-central Massachusetts northward in this brighter pink location here. So there'll be that ice accretion which may build up on power lines, tree limbs, and so forth to eventually cause some scattered power outages. It shouldn't be a serious or significant ice storm, but enough so there could be some trouble spots within this region here. By late this morning, the mild air will start to flow in from the ocean, and certainly no issues at all over Cape Cod and the islands. But it looks like this mild air will eventually push into Metro West this afternoon. But note, it's still near or a little bit below freezing in these spots, so we'll continue to have that ice build up on objects out in here. And then eventually the mild air will make it into Boston, to the lower 40s by mid-afternoon, to the low and middle 50s on Cape Cod, but just gradually getting above that freezing point in north-central Massachusetts and still icing up north. As we get into this evening hours, it looks like the temperature is going to start to go up. As the wind turns southerly, the low goes to the west of us. That pulls the warm air up, so we probably will get up close to 50 or so in Boston, and all the areas over southern New England, south of the Mass Pike, will be in the 50s, and eventually going up to the low 40s, perhaps in north-central Massachusetts briefly this evening. And then another band of showers with a cold front will move through, and we'll have clearing overnight, and temperatures will start falling. So we may have some icy spots redeveloping overnight and first thing tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we'll have a lot of high cloudiness for a while. It may thin out. Temperatures go to the upper 30s, and then after that it clouds over during Sunday night, and then we get some periods of light snow developing here on Monday morning. It'll be rain near the coast and rain southeastern Massachusetts for Christmas morning, but areas farther inland will get some heavier wet snow, maybe amounting to several inches there. So as far as the Pats game on Sunday afternoon, a mix of sunshine and clouds, temperature around 38 degrees with a light north-northeast breeze, 5 to 10 miles an hour. So it should be a good, really nice afternoon as the Pats take on the Bills at Gillette Stadium. As far as Christmas goes, it looks like we'll have that snow developing first thing or early in the morning before a daybreak. Snow inland and a mix of rain and snow near the coast and rain southeastern Massachusetts, briefly switching over to snow before ending. In the afternoon, we'll see some sunshine near 35 degrees, falling into the upper 20s on Christmas Day. And it looks like mainly rain down here on Christmas Day, 1 to 3 inches near and just south of Boston, and possibly up along the immediate coastline to Cape Ann. That 1 to 3 inch zone will be here. Then 3 to as much as 6 inches as we build up towards northern Worcester County. And most of these places across northern Worcester County, northwest and Middlesex County will have 6 inches or a little bit more. A few isolated totals may be up around 8 or 9 inches in these locales here on Christmas morning. As far as the surface weather map, here's what's going on. We've got this wave of low pressure, which is going to be the main storm, which should help to pull the warm air in here, but not until late this afternoon. So we'll watch the warm air come up, eventually make it, and then we have it getting colder tonight, and tomorrow a mix of clouds and sunshine, and then we get the storm coming up on Christmas Day. It looks like that'll be mainly a snow situation again, just west of the I-95 corridor. And along the coast, it's mainly a rain deal, and it's going to switch over to snow briefly as the storm moves by on Christmas and clears out in the afternoon. If you're traveling for the holiday, looks like the most issues will be in the eastern seaboard here as we come through the Ohio Valley, and the storms will come along to the East Coast during Saturday. If you're traveling on Sunday, it looks like most of the nation in pretty good shape for traveling for tomorrow. There'll be this little packet of snow moving from Des Moines to near Chicago. A little bit of snow falling in here, not a huge amount, but it could be enough to cause travel issues, and a few other rain and snow showers moving in the Pacific Northwest. If you're going to be traveling on Christmas Day, most of the nation's in pretty good shape, except New England, where it has the snow in the morning, and there'll be snow showers in the mountains elsewhere in the Pacific Northwest and into the Intermountain West as well. Here's my forecast for the next 7 days. Again, it may get up to 48, possibly 50, or slightly higher in Boston, but not until late this afternoon or early this evening. It'll move into Cape Cod earlier than that. If you're out in north central Massachusetts, it's going to be very cold most of the day, sub-freezing until late this afternoon when it finally goes in well into the 30s and the icing stops. Tomorrow we got 38 for almost everybody, mix of sunshine and clouds and a breeze, and then it looks like it turns windy on Christmas afternoon after a snowy morning, except along the coast where it'll be rain switching over to snow briefly. And it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are going to be very, very cold indeed. Most of the rest of 2017 after today is going to be pretty frigid. That's your forecast for now. You can watch WBZ News tonight at 6 and 11 o'clock. You can also see it at 8 o'clock on my TV 38 for the latest news and weather updates.